Hello everyone. Hi. I hope this is live now. Yep. Whosoever is watching me on YouTube, please comment so that I know like you are there and listening me. Like, so it's very awkward because I do not see anyone on Hangout. So I'm not sure if it's live. Okay. So cool. Achal is commented that. So hi, I'm Shahbaz Alam. Most of few of you may have know me like in person. They may have met me in Jaipur or as well. So let me give my introduction. I'm Muhammad Shahbaz Alam. I'm from Ranchi. I used to be part of like MCR community. MCR community is a Mozilla community in Rajasthan, and since I'm right now in Jharkhand, so like in part of Jharkhand community. I contribute to Mozilla in various projects as well as contribution areas. One of which is Mozilla Rep, and I'm a Mozilla Rep through which I support community by providing them the events and the materials what they want for their event to be happening in their colleges or somewhere. So one part of is Mozilla Rep, where I like promote Mozilla as well as their projects. Other part is totally related to a core contributions on their projects. One of which is WebVR. Today we will be having a session on WebVR, introduction to WebVR. So I guess I have talked a lot. Can everyone write few line about themselves, like how many are there? So I know if it can be like if it's possible we can switch to Hangout if there are few numbers, and if there are more than 10 people, we are happy to go with YouTube live. So can you, any one of you can comment? Okay, so I have seen like there are many people, so I cannot accommodate on Hangout. So let's start with the session. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so this is the presentation. What you'll be. I'll share the link. This is A-frame, right? Building VR on the web. So what is A-frame? First of all, so A-frame is a web framework for building virtual reality using a plain HTML. So this is virtual reality. Something see if you can see, there's a person who is playing some sort of tennis on virtual reality platform. So this is virtual reality. You might have heard this. There's another thing. One is drawing something using the tilt brush. These things are called tilt brush, and they're like drawings, and these are uh, a game where people play usually on what like on VR ecosystem. So it comes to like how we can see the VR ecosystem, like how we can experience the virtual reality thing. So there are two ways. Actually, these are only one way, but we have categorized these things. The upper ones are called the you might have seen these things. One is the Google Cardboard. Another one is again a cardboard. These things all are cardboard. The above one, so these are basic things. These are called non-tethering devices. So what does non-tethering devices means? It means like they do not require any mode of communication between the cardboard and the device. So in the first one, in the Google Cardboard, you can see you can place your phone on inside the Google Cardboard and experience the virtual reality. So you do not need any kind of connection between these two. But when it comes to the bottom ones, the bottom three, so these are the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift devices. For these, you need connectivity to control the virtual reality thing, virtual reality scenes. So these are called tethering devices. This can be connected via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. So there are two different kind of hardwares available to experience the virtual reality. So uh, so what are the frictions of VR ecosystems? Like we know, like virtual reality is something which we can experience using those hardwares. So why it is not easy for everyone to build the VR scenes or the VR ecosystem or the VR games? So the reasons are quite simple ones. There are gatekeepers. So what do I mean by gatekeepers? Gatekeepers are those proprietary companies who are controlling the market. So such as you might have heard about Oculus. So Oculus is a product right now of Facebook. So now Facebook controls the any development cycle for the Oculus. Similar to Oculus, there are other VR environments which are guided by the proprietor companies. So even if you pass those gatekeepers, you'll find that it requires heavy installations. Like it will require lots of memories to be run on those VR. To create one of the VR things, you need to install various code samples, various things. And the last one is it's closed. So whatever you develop or whatever you learn from someone in those ecosystems, those things are closed. It's not open to everyone. So close totally simply means there is you need to pay something to get those softwares, or there are many things related to those things, right? So what is WebVR? Here comes virtual reality on web. It's an open virtual reality platform with the advantages of the web. So what is the advantages of the web? First of all, so everyone knows, like whatever is on the internet or like whatever is on the web, it's open. So the advantage of web is it's open. Okay. A second thing is it's connected. Like people sitting in different part of the world, they are connected via internet, so they can see the things because it's open. And the next thing is it's instant. So WebVR is part of like virtual reality on web. So that is why it's called WebVR. So, what is WebVR? If you might have heard about WebGL. WebGL is a rendering technique. So, if you are very new to it, I'll skip this part. And later on, once you're done with the basics of a frame or like basics of WebVR, I'll come to come back to this WebGL thing. Okay, so what are the supported browsers where you can see the WebVR thing? So one is Firefox Nightly, and now it's launched in all the platforms, like all the newest browser of Firefox. Chromium as well as the Chrome is now supporting WebVR. Samsung Internet Mobile polyfills. So there are various browsers now supporting WebVR. So I talked about WebVR. So what is A-Frame first of all? So A-Frame is a framework, and WebVR is like a parent to A-Frame. So A-Frame is a framework for building virtual reality. So uh, in the beginning, I talked about like we'll be or we would know about virtual reality, how it can be built using plain HTML. So this A-Frame, what it does is like it enables the HTML to be used as to be used as a virtual reality uh, like frameworks. So I'll come back to this is a scene, and let's skip to the sample of it. Okay, so this 5 line is for creating a box on 3.js. 3.js is a library or a JS which is used to create shapes on 3D, like 3D objects. So these are the 5 lines to create a box. Similarly, you can create a box on using A-frame with this single line of code. So compare these things. These are 5 line of code, and this is just you need 1 line of code to write or draw a box, right? So this is an example of a hello world program in A-frame. So any language you learn first hello world program, how to write a hello world program. So for A-frame, this is what it looked like, a hello world example. So how it what it is. So this is something. So this is a hello world example. Here it is a sphere, a cylinder, a box, and sky, and a space. So see the things. Here is a box, cylinder, sphere, plane, sky, with distinct colors and their positions and rotations. So what all these things are, positions and rotations. So I'll cut this presentation over at this point, and I'll switch to A-frame. So whosoever is watching me on YouTube, if you are later on, if you want to learn something about A-frame, visit aframe.io. Okay, so I'm not looking into my YouTube channel right now. To whatever you are commenting or whatever the question is, just hold on for a few more minutes. I'll be answering most of the questions, but once let me walk through the entire things. So this is A-frame. So once you are done with the introduction of A-frame, visit this aframe.io, and you will see a get started page link. So when you click here, you'll be redirected to this page. So again, this is the doc section of A-frame. You'll find every details of A-frame, how to master A-frame. So everything is here. So first, once you go to aframe.io, click on get started page, it will redirect you to here. So this is again the same code what is on the presentation. This is the same code. So how it look like, you can the best thing is like you can remix the code. Once you click on the remix code, it will redirect you to this page. Okay, so maybe once it redirects you here, you might be on this page, readme section. You need to click on index.html. So you will see the code, the same code what is written on my slide, as well as on this page on the introduction section. You'll find it on the index thing. To see the live demo or to share with the people whosoever is interested to watch your VR experience, just click on show live. Okay, so once you click on those things, it will be live. You can experience using this cardboard thing. You can if you are using on your mobile phone, you can experience these things. The best thing of glitch is like, once you share the this link, it is available all the time, like it's live. You need not have to worry for the production thing, go for the live pull request, PR, merge on the GitHub. These are not required. Just write the code over here and you can see the changes. So see, if I change something for the box, let's say if I keep it 1.5 for the uh, y-axis. See, the box has lifted up. See this section. So if I go back to minus 0.5, like minus of y-axis, the box will be like somewhere hidden inside the plane. See, and it's not to me. You can see it using this link, comet lighter hyphen lighter dot glitch dot me. So this is the best way to learn and share with the people. And if you will be making after this session, after this video, you can go ahead and go to the introduction section, click on the remix, the started example and glitch, and remix these things: position, rotation. So next thing is, what is position, what is rotation. So everything you can find it over here. So these are the components, right? So components and primitives. So a box is a primitive. Like if you need to create a box, you need to use the a box tag. Similarly, there are other like rotation, and see here it is rotation. Once you click here, so it will give you the exact what things are written on here. X-axis is the pitch, y is the yaw, z is the roll. Similar to the position, if you click on position, so it will give you the exact definition of what x and y and z's are. So this is the similar to the 3D like maths what you have studied on, like in 12th standard. It's same as 3D geometry. So this is you can experience things like what is position, what is rotation. And okay, so the next thing is like, okay, I got to know about A-frame. I got to know about how to create a hello world example, these things using glitch, and you can share the thing as well. Okay, what next? So how to be part of this community? So if you go to this thing, okay, on this section, A-frame doc, there is a section called Slack. When you click here, you'll be redirected to this page. Enter your email ID, and you'll be getting an email confirmation to join the A-frame team on Slack. So Slack is a channel similar to like what we use for daily communication, such as Telegram. So the developers use Slack to communicate the things, like what all things are upcoming, what are the new things they are planning to do. There are various channels. Like on Slack, there are various channels. One of the channel is WebVR India channel, where you can find out the Indian community people who are who are there to support you. Like whatever the questions arising while developing something, you can ask there. There is a Telegram channel as well, WebVR India, but I do not find it useful for asking questions related to A-frame development. So it's better to use A-frame, where all the developers meet. So this is the thing where you can be in touch with A-frame team as well as the A-frame India team. So what next? You can explore the things when you go to this aframe.io. There is a shopping example. You can see these things using uh, these cardboard devices. Similarly, what you have seen on the presentation slide, this is the example of a painter. You can paint anything on the virtual space using tilt brush and other things. So okay, so explore A-frame, and that's it. And now I'm stopping the screen share. I'm ready to answer your questions. Okay, so okay, everyone is on Telegram, right? So you can ask me on Telegram, that Menti group. So whatever the question is, it's clear. Okay. I guess YouTube Live is a bit slow, so I'll wait for a few minutes and you can ask any questions. Okay, I see. Alka has asked for the links. Sure, I'll share all the links in the group. What is VRML? Sorry, I didn't get it. What is VR or ML? Okay, Avani has asked, like, if a new member is starting their work on VR. Okay, I'll ask them to start exploring the glitch from the starter page, from the Hello World example, and study the docs. Documentation is the best thing you'll find. All the necessary informations are there. So as I said, like, what is position, what is rotation, so there are various things it will arise in your mind. Okay, so you can first thing is, like, wherever you stuck, you can ping me, like, we are but do come with a valid problem, like, come with those things, like, I have started working on these things. Here is the code, and this looks this right now, but I want to make it different, or something like that. Okay, hello Neha Goel. uh, Are there any prerequisites? No, there are no prerequisites. If you know HTML, if you know Bootstrap, it's very similar to Bootstrap. Like, Bootstrap is a framework for HTML for developing WebVR, like, sorry, uh, any websites. So similarly, A-frame is a framework. These are the very simple tags. Like, as I said earlier, as I have shown you, like, if you want to create a box, you just use the tag of a box. Okay. Is there any other language on which we could code for VR? Actually, it's not just HTML. Uh, they have used or like modified the HTML in a way so that you can use it very like you can use it as a tag of HTML. But actually, it's a A-frame. A-frame is a framework, right? Can we learn the basics from here? Then where should we start from first timers? And uh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can learn the basics as well as the intermediate as well as the advanced section. You will everything is there. You need to explore a little bit more, and this is not A-frame is not only about creating web VR scenes. Okay, so how you can contribute more. The first thing is like you need to be aware of the tags or the format what and how A-frame works, right? So how you can be aware of those things by uh, creating scenes. Okay, what's the next step? Next step is creating the tags. How you can customize those tags. Okay, right now there is a tag called a box. There is a tag called a circle, a ring, something related to that. If you want to create your own tag such as a specs, like if you want to create a tag and make it available for everyone, so there's another there's definitely a thing how to create those things. So I guess first start with the basic, then we'll go for the intermediate, and if it's possible, I'll arrange someone, or I can arrange people from Jaipur to go to your college and give a workshop on A-frame. And if it's possible, I can come to your college, or you can come to Jaipur, wherever is suitable, where we can have the like workshop. Okay. There is an extensive use of JS. How does that work? Um, not yeah, actually everything is JS, plain JS. If you know the basic vanilla JS like plain JS, you are good to go with it. If you're not knowing JS, not to worry about those things. We can keep a different session for learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So Mozilla, as I said, like Mozilla is not only promoting their their product. We help these we help all the students to learn the basics of web. So how they can learn it, we are like we'll be providing workshops on those things as well. If you don't know JS, don't worry. uh, we'll get back to making a workshop on JS as well. What we can construct from where, like games, or what exactly it can support? Yeah, you can anything can be created on VR ecosystem. So it's up to you what you want to create, and come back to like ping any of the Mozilla staff if you are creating any game, if you want any help on those things. Okay, virtual reality modeling language. So what was the exact question? Okay, I guess someone has answered, or you have said only. Okay, it's VRML is. I'm not aware of VRML right now, so I cannot answer you properly. But I'll get back to that VRML thing. Okay, okay, Anshita, is there any online editor specifically? Yes, Glitch is an online editor. Okay, Glitch is one. Glitch is the same one where I was mixing the thing. Mixing is like I'm changing some of the codes. Great. I'll arrange a session on JavaScript as well. If you want more people to be part of it, I'll definitely ask other mentors who are very good in JavaScript to conduct a workshop on maybe on webinar, through webinar, or maybe through workshops in your college. Okay, any more questions? Uh, I didn't get the second part of that question. Yes, you can use the A-frame as a whole. Like for a project, you can use A-frame. You can also customize it. You can use a chunk of places where you want WebVR scenes to be enabled. You can use A-frame on those sections. And what is it is payable for higher versions? I didn't get that. Yes, you can add sounds, you can add videos, you can add musics, you can do various things. Just go after this call. Everyone, please go to aframe.io, go to the getting started page, and explore the things. Like, first of all, select the introduction section, the sample code, mix in those, click on, go to the glitch, uh, change the code, and just try to understand the things what is going on. Share the code, like, live code with me, with your friends as well. Okay, so what is the next question? Okay, how mainstream is this technology really going to be? It is going to be a next, not next big thing, I would say, but definitely many projects are coming up using virtual reality. So, making virtual reality on web enables various sections, such as, I showed you the shopping example. You just go there and experience the thing. So, one thing is like making those shopping websites. So, what are the advantages of those things? It's like you can experience the shopping. Like you go to a market, or to buy some vegetables, or maybe buy some clothes from various stores. So you can, right now what you can do is like, go to the Flipkart, Mintra, select the things, see it on web, but you cannot experience those things. So enabling those shopping websites to uh, to be like a virtual reality platform, you can experience those feelings. You can see it from all the angles, like how it looks on you. You can give your model as well to see these things. So there are other aspects. One comes for the interior designing. For the house, you can just give your dimensions and how those things looks in your house. The next thing of, next part of AR, sorry, VR, is AR, right? So WebVR is now virtual reality on web. So another project of Mozilla is coming up. It's called mixed reality, where we are using augmented reality and virtual reality come together. So there are various projects coming up. It can work on mobile phones. Yes, it works very well on mobile devices. I'll share most of the links where you can experience WebVR. I talked about, hi Ritika, you asked about what else we can use VR for. So I answered those that question already. Incorporate these frames in Android project as well. You can incorporate everywhere, I guess, if you are incorporating this A-frame on Android projects. So I guess I'm not the Android friendly guy, but I suggest there is a browser thing called, like, if you want to make it like open in your app inside the in-app browser. I guess in-app browser is the thing in Android. You can like redirect this A-frame projects or A-frame scenes using in-app browsers. Yes, you can do that using Android, like in Android codes as well. Okay, great. You do have a handset. Definitely, I'll share the links where you can experience A-frame, like how virtual reality looks. Yes, yes, you can convert those videos to 3D as well. When you go to aframe.io, there is a 360-degree video tag somewhere down the like left side of that website. Okay, so you can convert those things on 3D. Okay, virtual reality has been introduced long back ago, yes, but they were not available for web. So what we did is like we made it available for the web. So for if you are Oculus, if you want to learn how it looks, I'll share the demo for both the things. If you're creating a standard virtual reality project, so how many lines of codes are there, and just compare those things with the A-frame similar kind of project. Like if you want to create a box on those VR platforms, how many lines it require, how many installations it require, and just compare those things with WebVR. So you'll get to know about uh, that thing. What is augmented reality? Okay, I'll switch back again. I'll share my screen and I'll show you how augmented reality looks. Okay, so this is the section where I left. The last thing is augmented reality. This is the example of augmented reality. Okay, so similar to the like Pokemon Go app you might have played. So this is one of the example of augmented reality. I'll share more, many links. I'll share more of the links on Telegram later on. So don't worry about it. I hope I answered your question, Arshita. Where can we see the contributions made by our fellow Mozillians? Okay, great. There's a like GitHub platform. There's a GitHub. We have a separate channel, separate organization for uh, A-frame. I'll share everything. Don't worry. Don't worry about those things. And definitely, you can be part of those organization as well. So, what is the difference? Okay, what is the difference between AR and VR? Virtual reality is like everything on is virtual. Uh, uh, Whatever I was talking about earlier about A-frame, these things are virtual. Like you need to have a cardboard kind of thing to experience those virtual reality, right? So it's available like it's virtually, and AR is like uh, superimposing virtual reality objects on your real world. It's like uh, I can compare with this thing like this is the real world. What you're seeing me, and consider this mug as a virtual reality object. So if you are creating this mug as an object to object of AR, so combination of this real object like real world and the VR thing is called augmented reality. I hope this example answers your question. Good to see. Oh, great! Uh, there's not much. Yes, there. It sounds like there is more to catch up, but no. Believe me, it's very simple. You'll understand all this within a day or two. So don't worry about those things. If you still have any doubt, ping me on Telegram, ping on the Telegram Slack channel, anywhere. Okay, what format is a VR saved in? Above question is what I was trying to ask is that can we add weight to the MP4 videos? Have added to the. Yes, yes, you can add. If you have, if you want to create those uh, VR videos, ping me after after this call, Aditi. I'll help you set up a frame video. Okay, and maybe if you want like another session for a complete thing, but not on YouTube Live, maybe some other call so that like Hangout where I can see you, you can ask, yeah, see you asking doubt, showing the code, so that way I can help. Okay, thank you, thank you. Sure. Yeah, sure, sure. I'll. One is JS. Second one is GitHub. Just I'll create a to-do list. So don't worry. JS and GitHub. I guess JS and GitHub can go simultaneously. Okay. Okay. Great. No, no worries. This time we'll do something more apart from creating an account. Don't worry, Asha. Great. Yeah. Like many of you are sharing your information on Menti channel. Like it's great to see that every one of you are very much interested in on Rust. It's very great to see that thing. If you want any help on Rust, again, I do contribute on Rust as well. So ping me for those things as well. Anything else you want to ask? Yes, 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 yes. We can have a similar webinar on JS as well as on GitHub, Rust. So no issue with that. Neha Goyal. Yes, you can later on after this call, just ping me whatever your dot is. Uh, I'll try to answer today itself. Okay. I guess it's time to leave now, and hopefully every one of you will be exploring A-frame as well as mixing those sample codes, and will be sharing those sample like glitch code with me or glitch samples with me. Okay, for WebGL, oh, WebGL is a graphic rendering technique which enables the rendering of the objects on web. I'll get back on WebGL once next session, or maybe I'll share the link or the documentation. What is WebGL? Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. I hope it's not awkward, and I hope like I have answered uh, all your questions. Maybe not all, but most of the questions I have answered. Yes, one more query. What's the future of this technology? Okay, so for the future of this technology, I already said earlier as well. It's like there are lots of projects coming up, and there are lots of new thing happening. So let's see how it goes. So I'll wrap it up, okay? Because whatever I am saying, it will be coming back like 1 minute after this, because YouTube, I don't know how it is working, how it works. Okay, okay. See, looking forward, definitely looking forward to see and conduct much more seminars or webinars. Thank you, and hopefully next time fix those Hangout issues. Okay, so bye bye everyone, and hopefully I'll see you next time again. Okay, bye.